Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel, Loving Keto, Ron's Weight Loss Journey. I'm Ron, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a returning member, welcome back. If you're a new member, could you please share, like, and subscribe to the channel? It helps other people know when they post the latest video like this one. And before we get started, I'm not a medical doctor. I don't make any medical claims. This is all based on my own personal journey, so please do your homework first before you get started. Well, today marks the end of week 101 on Ron's weight loss journey, and if you've been following me along, you know I started my journey out on August 17, 2020. We're coming up on the 3rd year anniversary, and I thought I'd talk a couple of things about today's topic, that it's okay to fail. And so we had a failure this week. I started out the week at 210.9, I believe it was. I didn't put a scale photo from last week. I got I'll put it in behind me on the timeline. But I weighed myself in this morning and I weighed 212, so I had a 2-pound gain, and it's not to be expected because I had a carb week. I had all carbs all week long, and it's something that I just felt like I wanted to get it all out of my system. And you know, you have to learn from your mistakes in order to be able to succeed, and that goes with anything in life. And same way if you have problems with, you know, like I said, I'm not a doctor, I'm not making any medical claims, but this is all based on my journey. I mean, if you have problems with alcohol abuse or drugs or anything like that, when you're failing and you just have stuff that you wanted because you're addicted to it, like I'm addicted to food, and food is no different. And unfortunately, the foods that I like to eat, which most of us like to eat, are no good for you. They pack a lot of carbs and sugars and calories, and as a result, I gained 2 pounds. Now, I'm not going to cry about the 2 pounds that I gained because I just got out of the hospital 3 weeks ago, and I wanted to give you an update on all that. The hip is feeling really good. I have no hip pain at all. I've been having a little bit of arthritis in my right knee area, but that's, you know, my wife gave me some stuff to put on it, and it's been helping. So when I'm going out now doing walking and stuff, I'm practically walking now without the cane, and I'm not using a walker anymore. I did the charity bingo Friday night. I left the cane in the car, walked around there pain-free, and I was flying around the tables like there was no tomorrow. And yeah, it's been really, really wonderful, guys, and I just can't thank everybody enough for all those prayers and cards that I've gotten from everybody. And so we're well on our way, and now we're just going to get ourselves back on track next week. Again, we're not going to gloat about anything because I wanted to just have a Ron week with all carbs, and that's what I had. I've said this in many of my videos, that if you want something, have something, but just don't give up your weight loss journey if you're on a weight loss plan like I am. I've been doing this pretty much for 3 years, and I pretty much would consider myself an expert at it, and I pretty much know what I'm talking about. And I often said this in many of my videos: if you want something, have something. And but just don't gloat about it and say, okay, just because I gained 2 pounds, I'm giving up. And you know, I'm not exactly sure about the weight on the hip area, but I think the hip itself weighs like 2 or 3 pounds. I'm gonna have to find out from Dr. Van Flanders when I go see him on August 9th. And I'll have to compensate for my my hip, but now it is becoming a permanent part of me. I'm just going to have to say, okay, well, that's what it is. If I weigh 212, then I'm probably down to 210 or 209. So I really don't know, but that's what I was told anyways, because I have they did a total hip replacement from the knee all the way up to my hip area. And yeah, it's been, I did a 2-mile walk this morning. I've been walking. I didn't walk yesterday, Saturday. I just kind of felt like I wanted to have a relaxing Ron day. I had a lot of carbs yesterday too. I had like a couple of Klondikes, the candy, not candy, but the, well, they kind of taste like candy, the ice cream. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, the Klondike bars and the ice cream sandwiches. And then they had some regular pizza that I had. Frozen pizza that I stuffed up in the air fryer last night, and chicken nuggets and all kinds of junk yesterday, and it was just kind of like a snowball effect that kind of followed suit the whole week there. And I even had some corn chips, and the Frito-Lay corn chips, and a whole thing of Pringle chips. You know, I was that bad all week. But you know, I'm laughing about it because it's funny, because we've all been there. I mean, everybody who all the YouTube channels that I follow, Steffi and Jess and everybody, we've all talked about that. And you know, we all have our moments, and I'm no different. We're only human. We all make mistakes, you know, and I don't consider it a mistake. It's just one of these things where I just wanted to have what Ron wanted to have. Now I'm coming up to my 66th birthday on August 1st, and you know, I'm 5'6". I thought I always thought for some reason I was 5'8", but when she did a complete measurement on me, when I did the pre-screening, she measured me out, and they said, "Oh, you know, you're 5'8". You're not 5'8". You're 5'6". And I said, "Oh, okay, so I'm 5'6". And I weighed in that particular day, and I was 211 pounds. And so since 3 weeks ago, I've only gained a pound. So I mean, that's, I think I'm doing phenomenally well. My heaviest in 2020, I was 336 at the beginning of January. So I lost well over 130 pounds if you go all the way back to that date. And I feel fantastic. I mean, I have nothing to feel guilty about. And I mean, my shirts are getting ridiculously loose again. This is a large. I got to start thinking about getting a medium. So for my birthday, Donna and I are going to go down to Koolehaoda. I'm going to starting to put all the stuff on clearance now for the summer there. I'm going to pick up about 2 or 3 mediums, and even if I don't fit into them, it'll give me something to work for. And I got to get a couple more pairs of pants anyway, because my pants are getting ridiculously big again. So I'm down to a 36 pants. So I'm probably down to a 34 now, you know. So I mean, how cool is that? I was from a size 56 pants now to a size 34. That's quite a significant drop in your body measurements. So when we come up to our 3rd year anniversary, I'm getting ready to put together a slide presentation of all the favorite photographs that I've taken over the last 3 years, and I'll do a little bit of a voiceover with some subtle background music, and you know, just talk about the journey, where we've been, and what we plan on doing going forward. You know, we're never going to give up the ketogenic lifestyle. Keto has just saved my life. I know I'm getting a lot of bad raps about keto, and different doctors I've been talking to, or I've been on YouTube channels and whatnot. Everybody has their own opinion, but without the ketogenic lifestyle, and without the YouTubers that I follow, Jess from Keto Rewind, and Steffi Newman from the Incredible Shrinking Steffi, and all their Facebook support groups, including my own, I would have never been able to get rid of all this weight. I educated myself big time before I went on my weight loss journey in 2020, and I got a hold of my doctor. We talked about it and went to go see a nutritionist for a little while, and she helped me along the way. And you know, once I kind of figured it out, then basically what it boiled down to at the very beginning, when I've been very, very successful, I started out in the morning by drinking plenty of water, my electrolytes, and then I started in on my coffee, and I eventually graduated from I was drinking Splendor and the yellow packet, and then I went from a yellow packet down to the monk fruit, and you know, I average about 2 cups a day, maybe 3, 4 sometimes. It all depends on my morning and what kind of day I'm having. And you know, I drink it with light cream, and that's how I drink my coffee in the morning and throughout my day. There won't be any given day I'll have 4 cups of coffee. I'll even have coffee late in the afternoon, around 5 or 6 o'clock. And this kind of week, it was really funny, because it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm sitting down here eating an ice cream sandwich for breakfast. I was cracking up my wife, and they said, "Yeah, I know, I'm kind of weird. I'm probably the only one that'll have an ice cream sandwich for breakfast when I get up in the morning." But it was just one of those weeks where I kind of like wanted whatever I wanted to eat. So like I told you, this is what I meant by failure. I mean, I don't really consider this a failure. I just consider this a learning process. All these weeks that I've done all this stuff, like on this, had I not done all this stuff, I would have been down at my goal weight, which is 180 pounds. And I still want to get down to 180 pounds. But here's what the deal is. I'm having a lot of people commenting on my weight loss, and they don't want me to lose any more weight, because they feel as if I lose any more weight, people are going to start questioning it, and they're going to start thinking I'm sick or something like that. You know, I don't know, but I just and I often said in my very first video that I filmed back in 2020. I was going through some of my old videos, because I'm getting ready to repost some of those again, and with some follow-throughs. And I talked about, geez, if I get down to 200 pounds to 210, I'd be 100% satisfied, considering where I was. So, you know, I'm right there. If I don't lose any more weight, that's fine. But the point of it is, I don't want to gain it all back, because I work so hard, and I don't want to gain any of it back. And if I have a little bit of gains here and there, that's fine, but you know, it'll come off. So this morning is Sunday. It is July 24th, and I went downtown walking. It's supposed to be in 100 today, and I did 1.5 miles walking today, and didn't do any walking yesterday, but I did 2.5 miles of walking Friday, and all week long I've been averaging about 2 miles of walking. And I've been still using my cane this morning, but only for safety reasons going downtown. But I didn't really need it all that much. My back was a little bit tender this morning, but I have no more problems. My hip is fine. The swelling has gone way down to practically where it should be, and it's been incredible. No more pain, and when I go back and see the doctor, I'll thank him for August 9th, and we'll set something up for next year. I'm thinking about maybe March or April next year, and late in those months to have my left hip replaced, and then we'll be well on our way. That way there, it'll give my right hip a chance to fully heal, and I'll know what to expect and how long it's going to take to rehab. But yeah, and Thursday, the Beth came over there, the physical therapist, and she cleared me. She said, "You don't need any more physical therapy." She said, I was really surprised that she was surprised with me and how much I had progressed with my walking ability and my mobility as far as walking is concerned. She checked my vital signs and everything like that. She had me sign off the paperwork, and I was good to go. And I was talking to one of my friends, and one of my friends told me, she says, "Ron, I can't believe you're doing all this." She said she's had the hip done back in May, and she's still using a walker. So I guess it all depends on your level of where you are as far as walking is concerned and everything. And I've always walked because I love walking, and that eventually blew out my hip to it was just bone to bone, so I had to get it done. But now that I'm pain free, I'm planning on doing like 3 to 4 mile walks every day. I'm not giving up my walking. I love walking. Walking is the best exercise for me. I never jogged before. I kind of like to try that at some point. Maybe get someone of my Facebook friends to come with me and show me how to jog properly and stuff like that, or go down to local ball field, Doyle Field, and they get the track over there and stuff like that. And I can do some light sprints when I'm ready or something like that. But the goal is I'm not giving up. It's going really good. We cooked a lot of meals in the air fryer this week. I hadn't been filming out too much of anything right now, but I'm planning on making hot dogs today for dinner, and I'm going to cook them up in the air fryer, and I'll show you how I cook them up and how I prep them, and stuff like that, and some non-keto meals in the air fryer, and it is what it is. But so going forward, like I said, we're going to just keep on chugging along for next week, do some meals in the air fryer, non-meals in the air fryer. And my birthday's coming up at the end of the month on a Monday, August 1st. What am I going to do for my birthday? Donna's going to take me out for dinner, she said, and she's making me a cake. I'm going to have a regular cake. And probably go to Kimball's, or maybe I'm thinking and getting a lobster roll. Or even some fried clams, I don't know yet. Or even a steak down at Longhorn, so I'm okay with either one. But, and then we'll jump right back on, and hopefully between now and August 17th on my 3rd year anniversary, we got pretty close to 205 or 204, something like that. And I'm planning on doing a huge egg fast and some BBE, some bacon and egg fasting and stuff like that in between, and some carnivore to push off this weight there just before the big push in the anniversary date. And I'll go back to probably doing a very restrictive ketogenic lifestyle for the last 2 weeks before I hit my 17th anniversary date on August 17th. And what I mean by that is I want to get very restrictive on carbs. I'm going to go back to the old Ron, counting the 20 net carbs a day and keeping the calories to about 2,000, and make sure I get my protein and my electrolytes in every day. And if I continue on with the walking, and if I can push out 3 to 5 miles a day, I should be fine, and the weight should fly off. But we got another issue below, and so Tuesday we're going the imaging scan. We're going to get a CAT scan. We're going to have an ultrasound, CAT scan done on my hernia area to find out how bad it is, and then I got to go for a follow-up, and then I want to have something done about it because it's bugging the heck out of me, and that could be probably some of the reason too why I've been kind of like get depressed, and I'm starting to eat a little bit of bad junky foods, and the junky foods are starting to taste real good to me, and I don't want to get involved in that, staying on the junky foods all the time. But so it's going along really good, and I can't thank everybody enough. And I guess all I got to say. But like I said, the biggest part of the whole video is I saw Jess do a video talking about, she saw a lot of videos posted and some stuff being, even I posted some stuff about this, that failure is not an option. But in her latest video, failure is an option. You know, you have to fail in order to be able to succeed, and that's what this video was about. And but it doesn't necessarily mean just because that you failed at something you have to give up on something. And I'm not giving up. I'm just chugging along, and I'm going to the next day, the next moment, and I'm going to keep on going, just like an Energizer battery. So I hope I can leave you with that thought. But anyways, thank you for joining my YouTube channel, and thank you for all the new members that might have just recently signed in. And you know, have a great week, guys, and I'll post some more videos later this week. And be watching some of those air frying videos. And you guys are absolutely amazing. I love you guys, and thank you for following me along on my journey. I try so hard. It's been really a pleasure documenting my journey and inspiring many of you to get healthy, and you know, no matter what you're struggling with in life. And yeah, and you know, everybody's the same. Most of us are, you know, we're just all trying to get healthy, and that's all my goal is, just to get healthy so I can have a better, productive life going forward, and whatever time I got left on the planet. I'm 66. I could live till I'm 96, but it doesn't make any difference to me whether or not I die tomorrow or die right now. But I just, you know, the goal is I need to get healthy, and I need to stay healthy. And the more healthy you are, the more of a success rate I'm going to live another 20 or 30, 40 more years. Nobody knows when our time is going to be down. But I just wanted to put that out there. But you have to be able to get healthy in order to be able to live long, and that's what the whole goal is. But anyways, thank you for joining me, and I've said of all that. Love you guys. Stay safe, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And remember, caring is sharing. Have a great week, guys.